Hello everybody!
Hi!
We're ready with our Devstream 90, live from Copenhagen. I'm Reto McFly, and with me today is...
Reto-moto.
And Reto Cristiano.
We're going to talk a lot about the next update, the 107 this Devstream. But first, of course, as always, we have a bit of news for you. We released the 106.1 update recently. That's what we... few months ago actually would have called an add-on for the game, but now it's an extra update, which contained some updates to the UI, especially the matchmaking
info.
Yeah. Matchmaking info. You get info on how many players are looking for a battle that matches your filters, giving you an indication that, well, if there are not that many, you might benefit from taking a look at what filters you have.
Gives you an idea of how many are in your region as well.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
You can see if you're the only loneliest guy on the planet, then it tells you that the situation is dire.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there's some information on the weather condition and time of day on the battle you're about to enter. And actually, we already did a hotfix of this update, based upon a lot of valuable feedback we got from you, the community. So again, we really appreciate your feedback, and we do try to incorporate as much of it as possible. So thank you very much for that. We also have the RPS challenge. Just found the winners of the RPS Paratrooper challenge. The blog post is online, and we have it here. Normally we wouldn't show you the winner, but this time actually we want to show you the winner. It's a video made by Joe Shilley, and it's pretty cool, we think. So let's see the video. So,
I think we have some audio issues.
We have some audio issues.
Is it back?
No. We'll have a look at that.
Technical issues. Sorry about that,
Sorry
guys.
about that, guys. The video is online on the website. You can go in there and you can check it out. As we said, it's pretty cool. And it would be pretty cool if we got more of those kinds of entries to our RPS challenges.
Okay.
Oh, let's watch the rest of it.
Yeah.
Okay. There we
Terrific.
go. Let's close down the browser, and let's close down the game running as well. As we have some double music sound thingy.
You can mute it. Exactly.
There we go. Yeah. Great. We'll continue. We have a new RPS challenge on the website. The challenge this time is Recon. Show us why it's cool to be a Recon, be it in a Recon vehicle, being on foot, what can you do being a Recon? If you can make anything as cool as this Paratrooper video, we'll be very happy with you.
Yeah.
As always, as we mentioned, we appreciate your feedback. So again, stop by the forums and tell us what you like the most and maybe what annoys you the most at the moment. Our moderators will collect all this data. It goes into reports that again goes into helping us prioritize which features, which bug to look at first. So it's a great help if you participate on the forums and give us your feedback there. Then we have another picture. We'll show that one because a good friend of us in Poland they are having a game event at the Polish Army Museum this weekend, tomorrow, May 6th. It's organized by the Valkyria network. The entry is free, and Heroes and Generals will be on display. And well, having looked at least at the, I'm not in Warsaw, unfortunately. If you are, stop by. But having looked at the pictures on the museum's webpage, it looks like a museum worth visiting, even if you're not a gamer. So stop by. And next week, it's Victory Day. It's the 8th of May in Europe, and it's the 9th in Russia. And you have an official holiday even, you Russian players. We don't.
No.
No. Well,
unfortunately not.
Unfortunately no. But we might have something cool coming up, so well, if I were you, I would stop by the webpage and have a look.
All that free time,
yeah.
You might as well drop by and play Heroes and Generals.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's it for the news. We have stuff to tell about the 107. The 107 is going to be named a care package, and one of the features going into the 107 is a minor but really important upgrade to the first aid kit. Let's see if we can see the screenshot here in the corner. Can we see them? Yeah. We just need to remove us from the corner.
And there we go.
There we go. The feature Stenom was
Jeg har trykket space.
Man.
No. There you go.
I shouldn't let you guys near a computer, should I? No.
It automatically just switches to slideshow.
That's fine.
There you go.
So got a sneak peek.
Yeah.
But the important thing here is minor detail in the corner. Can you tell me what that is?
It's telling you that there's a medic healing you at the moment. It even tells you the name of the guy using his med kit on you, and it's the beginning of it's a small start of what we want the medic updates to that we're working on to better the gameplay with the medic update. So this is like, I would say it's a beginning, because there are some other features we'd like to do that we're working on. It's going to take some time, but in the coming updates, hopefully we'll have more. We got a lot of feedback from you guys that they told us that it was hard to see that you were being healed. Maybe trying to heal someone that wouldn't notice, and they would just continue running away from you. That's not optimal, obviously. So this we hope that it's going to be a help. Yeah.
It's a first step.
Yep. Exactly.
But let's go for the new content in 107. Mm-hmm. You almost got a sneak peek of it, but
yeah.
Let's have a look.
All right, we'll bring the pictures back.
There we go.
So we are introducing some new pistols, and these are some new pistols for each faction, and they are slightly different than the ones we have, in that all these are compact pocket pistols. So what this means that they take up less equipment points and so on. We'll start by having a look at the American one, which is this one you see right here. It's a 1903 pocket hammerless pistol. It was designed by none other than John Moses Browning, who is pretty much the grandfather of the modern firearm. It is the third of his generations of designs, and the concept behind it was that you have 3 different types of pistols, a full size, a compact, and a vest pocket pistol, all following roughly the same design, but for different calibers and sizes. So one design to have a lot of needs. The pocket pistols came in 2 other designs. There was one with an exposed hammer, like you see on most pistols, and then there's this one, the pocket hammerless, where the hammer is hidden inside the frame. And the purpose of having a hammer hidden is that it won't snag if you pull it out of the pocket. So that's quite a clever design.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
It fires a fairly small cartridge, 32 automatic, which is also known as the 7.65 millimeter here in Europe. And about 500,000 of these pistols were produced between 1903 and 1945.
Let's have a look at it in game.
Let's fire up the game.
So there you go, the handgun.
So now I'm looking at my American soldier here. I see I have a new pistol up in the corner. It's 300 gold. I'll take that.
Yeah, I'm not sure the price is fixed yet.
No, the price is not fixed yet.
No. So,
And as you can see, it only takes 1 equipment point. So this will be great if you have that just 1 little point to spare and you want something a bit better than a knife.
yeah.
So it's half of the larger handguns, yet it's not half as good. So you get value,
You get value for money, value for
Exactly.
equipment space. Yeah.
Yes.
You can even fit in your boot.
Yeah. So the idea about this pistol was that let's just start the game while I talk. So these pistols in the US service were bought by the army and issued to generals, and they were available for private purchases. And it was a very popular private pistol altogether in the 30s. It's one of the main compact pistols of that whole era. A lot of generals were issued these pistols, and some even had their names engraved on it from the factory. So we have something like Patton had a pistol with his name on and all his stars and everything.
Nice.
But it was commonly used by everyone who needed a handgun but didn't want to go hold around something large.
Yeah.
So it could be anything from officers to doctors and just privates who had them sent from home.
Yeah.
Let's skip the countdown.
I think we might have some audio issues. It's the damn clock that's disconnecting by itself.
We're looking into the sound. So
Of the, what are the settings? There you go.
there we have it.
So yeah, it's a fairly small pistol, as you can see. It's
Do we have audio? Hang on, let's see.
We'll have a look at the audio once more.
I think it's we might need to restart the game. Usually that helps if okay, hang on guys, we're working on it.
We'll get that fixed.
Yes.
And if not, it's gonna be a very silent movie.
Jamen det har vi. Men men jeg tror try to rejoin.
Did we? No, we didn't mute the main. Did you mute the game before?
Ja, så er det jo det.
All right.
See that.
Sorry about that.
Sorry. Yeah. So, complicated technical thingy, bedingy.
Well, it wouldn't be a Devstream unless we had some technical complications.
Is it good?
Good.
There you go.
Let's go shoot some guns.
So let's have a look at the. Yeah, let's try to listen to the beautiful sound that we've it's really awesome.
So it holds 8 rounds of 32 automatic, which is not a very powerful cartridge, but it does the job. A headshot is still quite fatal on it. So it's good for, especially if you're a veteran player and have a lot of equipment slots. You can use this one to just fill in. So you can both have a rifle, a wrench, and a medic kit, and a pistol now.
Yeah. And for new players, obviously, it's a great addition to the semi-auto rifle.
Yeah.
It unlocks fairly quickly.
At the tactical ribbon 1.
Yeah. So it's a nice addition to your armory going into that. Cool.
Great.
All right. Well, is that it for this one?
That's the one.
Let's move on to the next one.
So there's more?
There's more.
There are more. Of course there are more.
We need to skip to the images again. Muting music. Remembering to turn it back on in a while, but let's have a look at the next render.
Next one is
Christiana,
the Germans.
Please have a look at the render.
So here we have a nice render of the German pistol. This is a model 1934 pistol. It is also a compact handgun. It was designed back in 1909 by a guy named Joseph Nickel, who came up with the same concept as John Moses Browning, where he wanted one pistol design to have multiple families, like one large pistol family with different sizes and different calibers, but all of them following the same design, so people are familiar with them. And the result is this cute little thing. The model 1934 is actually a further iteration of an older pistol, the 1914, which was used during the First World War and was pretty much the most popular pistol in Europe in the interwar period, used by police. The German army bought a lot of them so that soldiers could buy pistols from the army and use them themselves. As I said, it came in a lot of different calibers. There was the 1910, which came in 25 automatic. This one is 32 automatic like the other one, but in Europe we call that the 7.65mm cartridge. So same cartridge, different names. They also made a larger version, the 1912 and the 1914 in 9mm and 45 automatic. About 1 million of these pistols were produced, so that's actually quite a lot for a pistol this type. It has a lot of very cool features, such as an automatic slide release. So when you fire the last round, the slide will stay back. Then you take out the magazine. When you pop it back in, it automatically loads the gun. So it's easy to use. And you also have a very good safety feature. The safety mechanism is 2 different buttons, so you're absolutely sure if you put it on the safety or you're taking it off. So overall, a very, very good design for a self-protection handgun. In 1935, the German army bought a whole lot of these. It was mostly the Kriegsmarine, the Navy, and the Luftwaffe, but the army also got a lot of them, and both issued them and offered them to people to buy and carry.
Private people, private citizens?
Anyone's, all soldiers.
Okay.
So you can buy an extra pistol if you're an officer and you need to carry something else, or if you're a medic or a doctor, you could also buy these and carry them with you. So it's something you could slip in your pocket, carry around. It's not as big as another pistol, so generally a good thing to carry around.
If you're not trying to compensate, then
yeah.
This is the one. Yeah. Let's have a look at it in game as well.
Mute the sound effects.
Let's mute the.
Or maybe that shouldn't be muted.
oh, that's fine. Doesn't matter.
So as before, it unlocks at tactical ribbon 1, so you get it early. You can buy it, and it only costs 1 equipment point.
Yeah.
Let's start the battle.
There we go.
So, as before, for the player, this is a good pistol to get because it's 1 equipment point, and you get it early.
Yeah.
And
I just want to say the prices aren't fixed yet. So yeah, you get it early. It's a nice addition to your semi-auto rifle. Once you, if you run out of bullets while in the midst of a firefight, it's a great addition. Maybe switch weather settings.
Good idea.
There you go. And also, it's it looks so tiny in big human hands.
Prøv at løbe og sprinte lidt, så kommer der op i billedet. Kig lidt ned samtidig.
And again, it's really cool sounds for this.
And this one also holds 8 rounds.
On the cartridge.
Yeah. So it's fairly similar to the American ones.
Yeah.
So it's a good choice.
It's the same benefit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Early unlock, 1 equipment point,
Yeah.
makes it perfect match for basically a full loadout.
Yeah.
And the 1 shot, headshot kill.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the gun you would pull on an enemy when you're out of bullets on your main one.
Yeah. Nice.
So let's take a look at the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, of course, for the Soviets. This is the Tula Korovin, otherwise known as the TK pistol. It is designed by Sergei Alexandrovich Korovin, which is also a very interesting character in the gun design community. He was expelled from the Technical Institute in Kharkov because he had some revolutionary activities in 1905.
Oh, okay.
And they didn't like that, so he was kicked out. So he moved to Belgium, where he worked with John Moses Browning, and he even has some patents in Belgium for some of his designs. When the First World War broke out, he moved back to Russia to try to get a job designing weapons. He didn't get it until 1920, where he then worked at the Tula base, where he designed 1 pistol, which was also in 32 or 7.65 millimeter, which was reviewed by the artillery committee and was actually very well liked. It was reliable, and it worked worked under dusty conditions. Everything was good about it, except that it was a bit too heavy. So they asked for some redesigns, and he did. The request for the redesigns came from the Dynamo Sporting Group, and it was supervised by the Red Army. So it's a bit of a sporting pistol, bit of a military pistol. The Army wanted something that soldiers could train with, so he came up with this pistol in 1926. This pistol fires a much smaller cartridge than the other ones. This fires the 25 automatic, or the 6.35 millimeter, as it's known here in Europe.
Yeah.
There are 3 main variations of it when it was produced. This one is the later one, where they beefed up the slide, made it a bit heavier and a bit more reliable. The first iteration had some different grips. It was produced between 1926 and early 1930s. Then they made the second model, which just had an updated frame and some new grips, and then just before they stopped producing it, they ended up with this even larger version. The reason why they beefed up the slide on this one was that they wanted to fire some more powerful ammunition. So overall this pistol is larger than other pocket pistols of the same caliber, and because of that it can fire some hotter loads. So they just stuff more powder.
More powder in it.
Yeah. Initially they got all the ammunition from Switzerland, just basic 6.35 millimeter. But later they started producing their own, which they called the 6.3 millimeter Tula, which is the one that's heavier loaded. Because it's a bigger pistol, it can take more powder without exploding, so that's what they did. This was never officially adopted by the Red Army, although the Red Army was those who bought the most of them, and they would issue them to officers, medics, doctors, high-ranking officials, anyone who doesn't really need to carry a weapon, but it's better not to leave them unarmed.
Yeah.
And for this purpose, it actually served up until the 50s. So it's seen a long service life.
Yeah.
25 years is good. Just more than 500,000 of these were produced, so in the same numbers as the American ones.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's have a look at it in game.
Let's switch to my Soviet player.
And again, the prices are not fixed. This might very well change, but it's one equipment point, as you said. Fits right into a fully loaded loadout.
You can carry it in your pocket or your boot.
Yeah, in your helmet maybe.
And of course this serves the same purpose as the other pistols.
It's brilliant small arms that you can carry with you. It's after it's unlocked very quickly. One of the first unlocks you get, I would think. So it's a nice addition to the newbies loadout, and it's a nice addition to the veterans as well. If you have one equipment point to spare, why not bring a pistol? It's ideal under most conditions.
It's better than a knife.
It's better than a knife in some instances.
It has further reach than a knife.
A spade is more fun, but it has a bit further reach. That's true.
So if you thought the German pistol was small, check this one out.
It's really tiny.
It's even smaller, yeah.
Again, really cool sounds we've made for it. It's smaller than a hand.
Yeah, it's truly a compact pocket pistol.
Yeah. Again, one shot to the head with this gun, you're done for.
It does deal slightly less damage than the other twos, but it has a better shot recovery and you can fire it faster. Yeah. And it still has a headshot modifier that's lethal.
Yeah. Really cool. Try to take a look down. Yes. That's
cute.
That's so funny. Can we just for the fun of it? Let's take a look at what it looks like in his hand.
Let's just that he's disembodied.
Yeah.
Who needs a head?
That's nice. Cool. Okay. Nice.
Nice.
So that was it for the pistols.
Yeah.
That's 3 new handguns coming in 107 care package.
So
one thing that I guess most of the viewers might not have noticed is the ejection of the casings, because you've never seen these guns before. But you tampered with that.
Yeah, so I had a bit of a rework on our entire casing system because it was so old, it's a bit of a mess, and it was actually quite difficult to work with. So I did a complete overhaul of all of our casings and cartridges in the guns and the way they eject. because it was just too difficult to work with. And especially if you have to make a new cartridge, we didn't have a pipeline for that. So I've created that now. So we made these 2 new calibers, and I work through all the guns now.
Cool.
Let's have a look at something bigger.
Yeah, something that spews more bullets, maybe.
Which one should we go for?
The MP40, for example.
The MP40, you say? We have that here. Let's just remove that thing in the middle. I don't know if you can see it on the screen with the lower frame rate, but basically what I did was I made some new models for all the casings, so now there is an actual system to which calibers uses what model. And I added a lot more velocity to the casing ejects. I made the eject in the correct directions, I added randomness, I added spin to them. A lot of nice little features. Nothing too major, but well, if you're reworking a system, you might as well make it nice.
Yeah, it looks cool. Just spewing out the cartridges.
There's a lot more energy in the guns now when you shoot them.
It certainly adds to the feel that it's not something drizzling out. It's
let's have a look at
it's high powered.
Which one do you want now?
Let's see, the M3 grease gun, for example.
That grease gun, good choice. We have that here. So you can see this one, it has a more heavy feel in the casings. They are not quite as fast, but they are still, well, you feel the weight in the casings using the eject. And the spin really adds a lot of more energy to them.
Cool. You simply get a better feeling of actually holding a big weapon.
Yeah, also there's more energy, more power in it, and I hope we can add a lot more small features like this to give you a better overall feel of shooting a gun. There's one more I really want to show. This one is pretty cool because this is a submachine gun with a bit of a design flaw in that it ejects the casing straight up, and that's just so cool to look at. They'll make it rain casings.
Yay!
And there are just so many of them.
It's like fireworks, brass fireworks. It's awesome. It certainly doesn't help you aim, but it looks really cool. It's just the spin and the power it gets. It's such a cool addition. It's really worth the effort, I think.
It's one of those small additions that'll give each weapon a bit more personality because you have some more stuff going on.
It's kind of the point of the 107 care package that you put a bit of care into a lot of small things.
So it's a minor thing, but I'm really happy I got to clean up on this casing mess.
Yeah, that's great. Cool.
And it'll make it a lot easier for me to make new weapons in the future.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. I think we're gonna go on, and we're gonna have a look at a giveaway.
Yes.
We just need to get our software up and running, and we'll tell you a little bit more about it. But as you know, we have a giveaway. The giveaway is 1,000 gold, and if you press Start Giveaway, you should not enter the usual stuff.
No.
You should enter exclamation mark We care.
We care, because we do.
We do.
And
actually,
also it's one word.
One word.
Exclamation mark.
And while we do that, we're gonna do, well, it's not really TV.
It's only on Twitch, by the way.
Oh yeah, this giveaway is only on Twitch. If you're
Sorry
watching on Facebook, sorry, we can't do that. If you're watching on YouTube, well, this giveaway was over a long time ago. So only on Twitch.
Yeah.
And while we're looking at that, we're gonna ask Cristiano to go to another computer.
Yeah.
Because we have some other stuff to show you.
Yes.
I know when I'm not welcome.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're gonna be my little helper on a secondary computer, because the stuff.
There we go.
And let's. We have lots of interest.
Yeah, we have plenty of interest.
Yeah.
So
let's stop it. And let's pick a winner.
Yeah.
Ready? I am. The winner is supermouse_R.
Oh,
If you can please write to Reto-moto on the chat.
or simply just write something.
So, yeah, just write something so we can see that you're here.
How do you spell it?
Super mouse with a Z _R.
So Super Mouse.
Super mouse.
This is when you type something if you want your giveaway.
Yes.
Because
please do.
in a moment, that will be the time where I actually pick a new winner.
Yes, still here.
There
Thanks.
you are.
Great.
Great.
Nice.
Thank you.
Okay.
Well, let's
We'll get
continue
you,
with the
the
107.
With 1,000 gold. Yeah.
Yeah. Congrats. 107?
Yeah.
We have something to, I was about to say show you, but actually,
It's actually something that you would need to hear, because we've been doing some work on our audio system, because we were at a point where we were getting some feedback that maybe the audio had some weirdness in regards to how distance felt. And we took a hard look at how the sound is how the audio is influencing gameplay, and how the audio is generally feeling in our game, and we decided that maybe we were a bit too hard on the audio over distance, so maybe it had some like a muddy feel. Even over short distances, you could start hearing the audio sounding muddy, and like we used a low pass filter to so the how do I explain this? It's basically what sound does over distance is that the higher frequencies are lowered, so you can hear more of the bassy sounds. That's how sound works over distance, basically. So we took a look at that, and I will show you once I get this up and running.
the stuff you worked on, this is what your tech guy called sound occlusion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, because we changed this the feel of the audio over distance, we noticed that it would make it hard to hear exactly where the sounds were coming from, so we created an audio occlusion system that basically it's a line occlusion system, line trees occlusion system, where if an audio source is occluded because you can't see it, then we do that low pass filter more aggressively. But if it's an audio source that you can see, then it's more noticeable, more you can hear it more clear. And that was a prerequisite, because if we wanted to change one, then we couldn't do the other. It's really cool, and I'm looking forward to showing you here once I get this up and running. So the audio occlusion system is gonna be enabled by default, and right now we don't have a switch to turn it off, but I think what it adds is a lot of atmosphere to the game. It adds some presence that you didn't have before, where everything might have sounded a bit too distant in relation to where the audio was actually coming from. Cristiano is gonna help me out with the testing of it. So I'm gonna choose a soldier, and I'm gonna invite him to a squad.
I'm Robotron right now.
Oh, you're Robotron. Okay, I'm gonna find you. And look who's online. Great. Let's go.
But it does sound a lot of, well, to me it sounds kind of techy and nerdy.
Yeah.
So if you had to, cut all the bullshit and simply say, okay, what does this actually give me as a benefit?
Do? Yeah, it increases the audio fidelity in the game. It makes the sounds more clear, and it helps you a lot when trying to determine where a sound source is coming from, because of the occlusion. When things are not in your visibility, then the audio kind of makes, well, it feels less stressful in situations where you're actually not in danger. So it helps you evaluate your situation better.
So basically you can hear where your enemies are and not.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I can't do override. Huh. Are you loaded in?
I'm still loaded.
That's why. Okay. So while we wait for Cristiano to load, yeah, it's basically the immediate danger of maybe try to imagine you're running around in a field and you can hear the planes flying above you, and you feel like you're in a situation that's really dangerous for you, and then you run into a shed or a house. And then suddenly you can hear that the audio from the plane is faded out, and it sounds more like you're not actually in danger anymore. I'll start by showing you if I can get Christian to help me. When he's there, you are. So I'll just put on the headset so I can help you explain what's going on. I'm gonna disable it so you can hear what it sounds like
at the
today.
moment.
Yeah. So this is the current audio system. Try to switch to the MP40 maybe. Yeah. So up close it sounds like this, and once I get a bit further away, try to. You can hear that the audio gets muffled. It gets like it sounds closed, and it sounds like there's a large distance from you to the audio source, and it's a bit too much. We figured, and there's no difference between Cristiano being here and here. So there's actually we don't take occlusion into account right now, but with the new system, as I'll show you now, you can hear that the audio sounds a lot more clear. And if I do the same test here, then you can hear that if you just stand there and shoot in direction, just keep the firing moving. If I go behind this wall, he gets occluded, and the sound is muffled, so I can hear that he's not immediately close to me, and I'm not in an immediate danger. So this is basically a nice help to help you try to figure out where the sounds are coming from. If Christian helps me in this building over here, and just if you try to run around, we can hear the footsteps in this opening. Try to run around down here and then shoot. And again, if I toggle it off, then you can hear there's no difference between me seeing him and him being out of sight. So that's one thing that this really helps. And I explained before that the one cool thing is the planes, how it sounds when they're flying above you and you're inside versus outside. Maybe Christian, you can try to spawn a plane and we can take a listen.
Listen like that. Yeah.
And I can show you that we also fixed the bug in the Doppler effects. We had unfortunately disabled them, so you couldn't. There was no change in sound if vehicles were coming towards you, but that's changed for now. So as you can hear, once I can't see the plane, it gets more muffled, and so one way I can escape this this plane coming towards me is that I can clearly hear the difference between him being on top of me while I'm inside and me being outside. So it's a really cool addition. I think it's something that will help our players a lot, trying to figure out where sounds are coming from, and it's gonna be cool to hear the feedback. And I hope it's something that you all agree that it's a great addition to the game. So
actually, there's another thing you could do.
Yeah.
If you were being shot at, you could run.
I could run.
Yeah.
I could run and hide.
But try showing off and run and sprint.
Yeah.
Because we also had Reto calling. Look a little bit at the animations, how they look when you are in first person and run and you sprint. Earlier it could be a bit difficult to actually see if you're doing one thing or the other.
Yeah.
Whereas now
it was more of change to the speed of the animation.
Yeah.
Now you can see that he actually lowers his gun
just a little bit.
If you notice the rifle, he gets more of a forward running stance, and it helps a lot with the immersion.
Yeah, it does.
Let me get out of danger from this passing plane.
So that's a nice little touch as well.
Yeah.
And that's all weapons, so Reto calling has been busy.
Yes.
Nice.
It's really cool. One other thing you could do.
Yeah, well, that's also Reto calling.
Let's
been busy.
If you hadn't noticed before, you can while we wait for the flyby animation, you can by pressing Control by default, the crouch button.
Yeah.
You can duck away from immediate danger.
That's been in most vehicles so far, except for 3 vehicles. One is the
let's go ahead. One is the M8 Greyhound.
Now let's have a look at the Russian, the 222 instead.
Yeah,
I think that's easy to see.
This one.
Because actually we had 3 Recon vehicles where you couldn't duck.
Yeah, this being one of them. And now you can close the hatch. So if the plane is coming for you, duck away.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Might make it a bit difficult to actually see where you're going, but again, point your vehicle at the enemy. Yeah. Drive, close the.
Go for the maybe the UI indicator, and then you can pull up a map while doing it. So it's entirely possible to navigate this way.
Also do it from the gun position.
Or you could do it from the gun position, yeah.
Yeah. That's really cool. It closes up the.
Closes the.
So no sticky mines going down here. It's nice.
So that's nice little detail. Also going into the 107.
Yeah.
Last thing going into, well, if you could take a drive around in the vehicle, I'll tell about the last thing going into it, because we can't show that yet, unfortunately. But the last thing going into the 107 we're going to talk about is a new bundle. We're calling it the Care Bundle. It's a bundle containing one of the new handguns. It contains a wrench, it contains a first aid kit, and it contains 3 weapon boosters, one for handgun assault, one for medic, and one is a specialist weapon for the handgun you bought. And finally there's a 1-day veteran membership in this bundle as well. Of course, as you veteran players might notice, this is a bundle targeted at new players, so the pricing will be pretty good if you're new to the game. But that bundle will be in the 107 as well. So to sum it up, actually, the 107, what we've shown of it today, is a few improvements with the first aid kit. More will be coming. We have 3 new handguns that should be available for all soldiers in the game. They will unlock early. We have made some adjustments to sound, making it easier to hear where people actually are and if or when they're shooting at you. We made a few modifications to the animations when running and sprinting, and you can now take cover in all the Recon vehicles. So that's what's going into the care package 107. Also, what we're going to do something new, a little bit new today, because we're very grateful for all of you watching us right now on Twitch and on Facebook. So, well, if you go to your game and open the redeem voucher and type in handgun, you might get a little something. Only problem is, it's only going to be redeemable for the next 60 minutes. So this is one for you guys watching live. Thank you very much. If you missed this, or if you want your friends to watch this, we're going to upload this Devstream to YouTube, as we usually do. So watch it there. You can also, of course, follow this Twitch channel, so you won't miss the next Devstream. There should be some kind of sign-up thingy above your head. And of course you can find us on Facebook, on Twitter, you can find us on Instagram, on YouTube, and of course the heroesandgenerals.com website. The next Devstream, we haven't actually put a date on that yet, because we have summer vacation coming up. But we'll put a notice out on the forums and Facebook and wherever when we know. But it's going to be sometime after summer, where we are ready to show you something from the 108 update. That's the plan. But for now, I hope you have a great weekend. I hope to see you on the battlefield. I just need to check if we are hosting anybody after this Devstream. I'm not certain. Sometimes we do. If we do, please keep watching. And if not, well, have a great weekend.
And thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in.
And Cristiano says hi as well.
Oh, he's coming here. He want to wave as well. There he is.
Bye.
Right.
Bye.